welcome you guys out once again to the New Orleans Arena. Hope you guys are enjoying the city. Better yet, the weather. It's not as cold as some places that you guys may have came in from. So hope you guys enjoy your stay while you're here. And also, we see the shoes out right now, the Jordan CP3.IV. At this time, we would like to introduce the designer of the shoe, Jason Mayden. He's going to be coming to us via Skype, and I believe he's going to be talking to us right here, if possible. There he is.
Hey.
What's going on, Jason?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Well, we appreciate you taking time out from school. The guys say you're pretty busy academically right now.
Yeah, I have to make sure I can keep affording my bubble vest. You know, yeah.
Well, if we need you for a photo, they said Jay Corbin can fill in. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's cool. He definitely can match the silhouette. So we can
All right. Well, in case you guys don't know, Jason is coming to us from Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. What are you doing out there right now, man?
I'm actually pursuing my master's in general management and social innovation. So it's a little zig, you know, away from the design industry for a little bit, but it's definitely going to help me help the industry in a new and different way. So I'm excited about it.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't know, Jason has been the lead designer on the Jordan CP franchise since its inception. So this is kind of like your baby in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah. I definitely, you know, I have to share credit with Chris because we both came to this process still fairly young and both had really high expectations for the first shoe, the second shoe, third shoe, and now the fourth shoe. So it's been a blessing to work on all of them. Just to see Chris grow as a person and as an athlete, it's been a tremendous honor.
And can you tell us what it's like been working with Chris? It goes, you can see from the shoe that it goes far beyond just the shoe. How has it been working with Chris throughout the years?
It's been amazing. Working with Chris has been almost like, you know, being with one of my closest friends, sitting up imagining what we will be when we grow up. Every conversation starts with thinking of what doesn't exist and how we can do something different, but at the same time, making sure that kids can still have the product be tangible. So it's been a fun process. We text all the time. We talk all the time. We met several times about the actual shoe, the concept, performance. So it really is one long, continuous meeting that we've had over the past 4.5 years.
Okay, well, since the first shoe, it's been a few all-star appearances, and Chris has been pretty much everywhere around the world, and gold medals, and just been a face of the NBA for a lot. So the process probably has changed just a little bit. What has the process been like on working on the CP3.4?
The process working on the CP3.4, it changed slightly because, you know, Chris, you know, now he's a global athlete. He's everywhere. He has a family. So the schedule was definitely something that changed, but we were able to keep in touch because Chris was always informed of what the key attributes of the shoe should be, and that's performance and that's quickness. So we both agreed at the very beginning of the project that we needed to hammer in on cushioning performance and then make that translate into a platform that allowed him to remain quick. So once you have the performance insight, the rest is just, you know, downhill from there.
And overall, from the shoe, you can see from the first edition of the shoe, inspiration had a lot to do with Chris's personality and his family and just him overall as a person. If you can describe the overall inspiration for the fourth edition, what has been the inspiration for the shoe?
Actually, I can show you something. Chris hasn't seen it yet because we've been working on it for a while, but this is actually part of the inspiration right here.
What is that?
Yeah. So it started as a sketch, concept. Everybody knows I'm a huge toy fanatic, robot fanatic. So I was in Japan about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when we took Chris over to China for his tour, and I went to Tokyo to see a full-scale robot that was made when Tokyo was trying to get the Olympics. And in my mind, I saw the robot, and I said, you know what? Chris is that guy. He's the guy that transforms on the court. He's the motorcycle amongst cars. He's the most mechanical, most reactive, most deceptive player on the court when he gets the ball in his hands. So I wanted to create something that gave me, you know, a focal point and an aesthetic base when I started to design the shoe, but also grounded in hardcore performance and just being the baddest point guard on the court, which, as you can see today, from Chris's performance and his stats since the start of the season, he is. So, yeah, this is Chris. As you can see, he has his fist up. Shout out to Jay Corbin once again for the, you know, black leather glove on Chris. Is that
MMA glove?
He's gonna be an MMA fighter. They're telling you. He can use that robot to the fullest. Now, well, we all know he's a unique type of player. He's very feisty and one of the quickest and fastest in the NBA. How did you build upon the quickness in this shoe? Because every shoe has something to help him out with the quickness or to basically complement his quickness. What about this shoe has the quickness in it?
Definitely the upper and then how it translates into the two. And we knew that the shoe needed to have a solid base because Chris is always cutting at an angle. He's not a guy that runs straight down the court and goes straight to the basket. He moves. So we kept all the same performance insights with the outrigger, the sculpted, 4-foot on the medial side. We enforced that with, heel zoom and then the punch line on the 4-foot also to make it more quick and reactive. But at the same time, if you look at the upper, it's really constructed in a different way. We broke the shoe down into zones. So you have in the midfoot, we watched Chris train. In the midfoot, we noticed that his shoes would bunch up a lot when he was flexing. So we wanted to make it more form-fitted to his actual foot and to the consumer's foot and give him more breathability at the same time. So to your point, the things we really focused on to make it quicker was weight and fit. And those are the two areas that we felt we can improve on going forward for all of the shoes.
Okay, and those are obvious attributes, but do you have any that make this shoe stand out from the other editions of the shoe?
Yeah, the one thing that stands out from this shoe in particular is if you look at the bottom of it, and you look at how the podular is constructed, and you see the whole system in and of itself, right? You have the heel, which gives you a nice smooth transition, and then in the arch, we added this piece of rubber right here because we noticed that, in the NBA, a lot of ankle injuries happen because guys land on other people's foot. And there's nothing you can do about that, especially when you're a small guy going to the basket and you're trying to, weave around defenders. So this helps to give traction if Chris does land on someone's foot. And at the same time, by having pods line on the 4-foot and sculpting the front medial side, he can correct himself. So just like I say all the time, he's a motorcycle amongst cars, so he's able to react quicker and right himself if he is off balance and if he is going to the basket extremely fast and extremely hard.
Okay, what part of the Jordan CP3.IV plays amongst the rest of the Jordan brand's signature shoe collections?
Well, if you look at it, the one thing that we try to do is build it almost as if each shoe tiers on the shoe previous. So the CP3.4 builds on what we left off with the 3, but then when you can compare that against the rest of the line, this fits into the zone of quickness and lightweight. So everything that we offer from the Mellow to the Wade shoes to the CP shoes, it gives a person the opportunity to use all of our products to play any position at any moment in the game and dominate.
Okay. Well, we thank you, Jason. Don't go anywhere. We're going to need you here to help us out because we have the other part of the inspiration for the shoe that's about to walk in right about now. So, gentlemen, if you please, will welcome Chris Paul. What's up, Chris?
J-May, what up?
What's up, man?
All right, Chris, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. This is hilarious.
So obviously you recognize these gentlemen in the room.
Yeah, all of them got on hooping gear.
They have on hooping gear. Is that different from what you normally see these guys?
Yeah.
And they all have on your shoe. And you're seeing it multiple times in this room right now. I just feel to see your shoe out right now.
It's crazy, especially this shoe. I'm too excited about it.
Okay, well, everybody has been so glad to see you healthy, and I don't know if you guys were here or made it in, but that win last night, in case you guys don't know, we came back from a 23-point deficit, the biggest comeback in our team's history, and you played a big part in that last night, along with Marcus Thornton. How was it having those guys on there and being down and coming back from that adversity of a 23-point deficit?
It was cool because for anybody that watched you was here. We was getting smashed in the first half, and what was it? It was before we ran out on the court for the second half. Me and Trevor Ariza was sitting there, and I looked over at Trev. I said, "Trev, no way we can lose this game." You know what I mean? It sound crazy, but we found a way. And right before D West threw me the inbounds to start the third quarter, I went and told him, we can't lose this game. It's going to be up to us. And luckily, we found a way.
Seems like everybody had their mindset last night, so great comeback just to be there and witness it. So let's get into the shoe. You and Jay have been working together for a while now in your franchise with Jordan Brand. What has been unique about this process compared to the other 3 shoes? Obviously, he's the evil genius coming to us from the TV right now, but what else? What else besides the distance and your schedule has been different?
I mean, Jay may just be crazy with it. Y'all sneakerheads know, but it's crazy to see the evolution from my first shoe. I was telling one of my teammates about it today. When my first shoe came out, I thought it was the best thing ever. Like, you can't top it.
Right.
And the second one came out, and I thought the same thing, and it just keeps on happening. And I think a lot of times guys just think that you're playing and your shoes don't matter. And it was Willie Green today in the locker room. I was explaining to him the different things on the side of my shoe that helped me when run at a guy real fast and I want to pull back the crossover, and all these different things. Jay May watched me play and learned all those different things about me, and believe it or not, it gives me a little edge. Because if you watch in the 07-08 playoffs, at one point, I would slip and I would slide here and there, and now none of that happens. You know what I mean? Like he made so many different adjustments in my shoe that I almost had to change my game just a little bit because it makes me stop too quick, too quick sometimes. But that's the fun thing about being a part of the brand and having an opportunity to work with Jay May.
And Jay, can you show them the robot one more time? The guys were flipping out when they saw this.
Yeah.
You remember seeing this?
Gundam? What?
That's you.
Have
Have you seen that?
No, I ain't seen that.
Yeah, it's coming your way for Christmas, man.
Wow, you're crazy about them toys and all those different type things, though.
Hey, he was saying that some of the inspiration behind that robot and just different things, and just seeing that, can you see where the unrealistic ideas become realistic in between the process of brainstorming to the actual shoe?
I couldn't, and that's why I play basketball. And that's why I leave that to Jay May. But we talk on the phone, and it's crazy because I remember the first meeting about each shoe, and how he would break it down to me and tell me how this relates to my game and explain the design process and what we're trying to do, what new we're trying to bring to the shoe, and it's amazing. And like I say, that's why I play basketball, and that's why he is as talented as he is.
When's the first time you heard the word Pajulan?
Jay May.
Jay May? You the first person to introduce that to him?
No question.
It sounds like something he could have been.
Yeah, it was. I thank him for it. My shoe was the first shoe to have it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And all that's thanks to Jay May.
Okay. Well, over the years, we've seen and heard about many things off the court that have been an inspiration to you. What about the design elements in this shoe that help bring out your personality and different things about Chris Paul? Because the first shoe we see, they had every element on there, and the second shoe, so on and so forth. What about the fourth edition of the shoe?
Well,
has CP in it?
I think my shoes have been great thus far, and they've all told a story. A really, really big story. Because everyone who knows me knows that I'm all about my family. And every shoe that you see, 61 here. I have all the crests on the threes, symbolizing my family, different things like that. And this fourth shoe is about getting basically back to the basics and the performance of the shoe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? About how can I get quicker on the court and different things like that. And I'm grateful for it because I just started wearing the shoe. And the craziest thing is that I don't get to start out the season in my shoes. You know what I mean? I don't get to start out in my new shoes, so I'll be itching. I can't wait to wear them.
We talked about that for Media Day. I actually asked him about his shoe, and if he had the new one on, and he had the other ones on, but if he could only have them on, it was so important to him to have that shoe on, and you could just see it from during the summertime.
Yeah.
Right before training camp, he's been excited to have this shoe.
It's crazy because my first time wearing the fours was in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Portland, and then a few games ago here at home, like the day the shoes came in, the white, black, and gold, I wore them against Oklahoma City. And I tell you, people think because you were Jordan Brand, you get all these shoes and different things like that. Nothing like having your own shoes. And I'm sure the other guys in the league can tell you, when you get that fresh pair of your new shoe or something like that, and you lace them up for the first time, you like a kid on Christmas. I mean, I couldn't wait. You don't want nobody to step on your shoe, like that. And that's how I'm about these. I'm so anxious to get the opportunity to wear them now.
You try and keep them clean on the court?
I try to, but Jay May know the way I play. I actually can only play in my shoes one time because I'm doing so much cutting and moving and stuff like that, and I always like that shoe to feel like it's snug on my foot. And I wish y'all could see Jay May. We just sent it